How's it going? I am going to demonstrate this photography setup today for the Nintendo Pro controller for the Nintendo Switch. I've been wanting to do the shoot for a while, and I think it'll be a really cool showcase for what can be done with product photography and some simple lighting setups. And it may not look very simple, but it's really only 3 lights. The most complex thing, or the thing that might be most difficult for most folks, is the scrim in the back, but you don't have to have a scrim. You can use a large softbox for this as well. I just didn't want to set up my 4-foot Octa because it's kind of a pain. So that is why I have the scrim up there, but otherwise it's just 3 lights, a hard light with a 20-degree grid. I've got this 2-foot Octa here in the front just for some fill. This is actually the key light, so we're going to go through 1 light at a time. And then the background is again just one normal bare head with a pink gel on it, and then this scrim that is shining through just to create kind of a nice little pink backdrop there. So I've just thrown the lights up. I haven't done any testing. I haven't done any sort of adjusting or tweaking. They're just kind of in generally where I want it to be. So we're going to go ahead and actually do some test shots. You can see the results in Capture One. So yeah, this is the setup. I have the ProPhoto B10X Plus set up on this mono stand, the Studio Titan America Sidekick, and it's the same stand as the camera is attached to, so I can roll it around and it always kind of remains this upper fill light right above the camera, which is really cool. This is set at power 4 for now, and then the light up there again just has a 20-degree grid and it's set at power 10. I'm not sure what it'll need to be. The background light, no grid, no modifier, and it is set at 8, power 8. So that is what we're using, and then I've just kind of thrown this up. I hot glued this acrylic rod onto the controller here, and you can see it wiggling around in the live view. There's my hand. Hey, what's up? And so I need to finesse the composition because this isn't quite what I'm going for. I'll throw up on screen right now a render that I made and tweaked that composition perfectly. So I'll need to adjust the position of this just a tiny bit. But that's really it. I'm just gonna work through this and talk as I go. I have the mic set up on this camera, so you actually won't hear a lav or anything, just because I want to try it out and see how it goes. If the sound sucks, I'm sorry. I will use a lavalier next time. I just want to see if I can get away with it, because I don't like getting laved up. It's kind of annoying. Maybe that's just part of it. I've done it so many times, though. I just kind of want to avoid it today. But this needs to be tilted down just a little more. And I think this could be moved like so. The rotation of this needs to be more to camera like this. That's pretty close. And then back it up just a smidge. About like that, and then I'll need to raise it up just a little bit. That is really, really close. Now if I turn the strobe trigger off, you'll see that I've exposed it so that the scene is almost completely black, so that we don't have to worry about any ambient light. And we can just work at 1 light at a time, see how it goes. I'm gonna open up my aperture so that I can check my focus point. And I kind of want it to be, wow, it's almost right on already. I want it to be right on the Nintendo Switch logo there, because that's the most important bit. But then we can stop it back down to f16 just to kind of get almost everything in focus. And we're going to go ahead and take a shot. Yeah, not bad. Got a nice bit of sparkle there. It's a very hard light. We're getting the shadows casting the way we want. So I just need to tilt it down a little bit more still. Still seeing too much of the bottom and not enough of the top. That might just be it. Let's see how that looks now. Now we're getting a nasty shadow from the knuckle. So I might have to bring this light forward and point it back just a little bit. see how that looks. Better, but you can see, if you look at capture one, this shadow here is way too long. So I need to shorten that up still by bringing it even more forward. Very nice. So the hottest point is still under 255 up there. So that's really awesome. That looks really good. I like that a lot. So let's move on to the background light now. Here we go. Background is way too hot, but it's starting to look nice. I'm gonna come down 2 full stops on the background light. Okay, now it's a little bit too dim, so I'm gonna come up 1 stop. Split the difference a little. I'll go down half a stop and then we'll finesse from there. And then I can also control that gradient of light by adjusting the position of that light. It's good. I think we'll come up a couple tenths and then adjust the position of the scrim. Let's bring the scrim forward so that we have a little bit less of a vignetting effect. And let's see what that does. Oh yeah, that's closer. The vignette effect is still a little strong. So I'm gonna pull the scrim even farther from the background light to kind of get that spread. Oh yeah, that's getting really close to what we had in the test. So let's go ahead, compare it. It's pretty close. It's actually way more vibrant and glittery than the render, which is cool. I actually really like that. It has a lot more realism, obviously, because it's real. I like the angle actually too, because it shows the lights at the bottom pretty well. It could be angled down just a smidge more, but I don't mind it the way it is. It really shows off the metal texture really well, which is cool. I'm going to zoom in here just a little. But yeah, that looks really good, really close to the original. I don't think we need to tweak much. Let's just double check focus, and then I think we're done. So one of the key things with this shot is I want to get this light on down here, and the light, it turns green, so I'll have to get the batteries in, connect it, make sure it connects to the switch because that's the player indicator, and make sure it's green. And then to get it in the exposure, we're gonna have to black out the room and let the light come through by reducing the shutter speed. So from 1/250th, who knows how small we'll have to get it, but we're gonna tweak that right now. So I'm gonna black out the studio and we'll get going on that. I'm gonna very carefully open the battery compartment. Okay. Gonna push the plus button so we get that connected. Cool, so I'm gonna turn the strobe trigger off so I can see the actual exposure coming into the camera. And we're going to open up the shutter until we see that light nicely. Nice and bright. 1 whole second there looks pretty good. Let it settle for a second, then we'll take a shot. Boom, there it is. Oh man, it turned out so good. Look at the lights on and everything. Oh yes, it looks amazing. It's so clean. It's gonna be such an easy edit too. Oh, it looks so good. I'm really stoked with this. I might just pull the controller out of the shot so I can mask away the rod, and then we're done. There it is. All right. That's it. I'm going to go ahead and turn the lights back on. Okay, so there you have it. Hopefully the audio isn't too bad. It might not be the best, so I apologize for that. Next time I won't be so lazy. I'll put the lav on if this turns out to be atrocious. But that's the setup. Really super simple. 3 lights, really beautiful results, something high key, which is something I normally don't do, and I've always wanted to have something a bit more bright on my portfolio, so this kind of hits that ticket pretty well. I'm going to hop into Photoshop, do a little bit of retouching, but because we went straight into Capture One and set the white balance, it's going to have pretty much perfect color straight out of the camera or the raw processor there. So super stoked on that. Again, light up at the top, 20-degree grid, high and far away just to add a lot of sparkle and contrast. That's the key light. Feathered away just slightly so that the top of the controller isn't burned out to the background. Fill down here below, just a big old piece of foam board, nice and close to the bottom to kind of bring more light into the bottom, otherwise it'll look pitch black. This fill light here is just bringing those shadows from the hard shadows of the controller. So it kind of elevates everything, kind of gives us a nice subtle hard shadow instead of a dark hard shadow. And then the background light is just a bare bulb right into a scrim with a pink gel on it. And then I adjusted the position of that scrim to create the type of vignette that I wanted. And then I got everything together, put the light on the controller, and then opened up my shutter speed, blacked out the studio so that I could capture that green light that you see there on Capture One. And that's really it. Pretty straightforward, pretty fun. And yeah, so there you go. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below. And if you liked the video and learned something new, be sure to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss future tutorials. And of course, you can get my product photography or commercial photography e-guide if you go to lumauniversity.com and you will sign up for the email list there, and I'll send you that guide for free, which is really cool. It talks about the psychology and things around commercial work like this. So I'm super stoked. I think it turned out great. It's going to be awesome on the portfolio. But for a quick shoot that took me, I don't know, 2 hours and a little bit of planning, I'm really, really stoked on it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.